This is a show about deaf culture, but it doesn't really show the true side of deaf culture. It does talk about deaf culture, but it doesn't show it.
Billy says that he's decided to stop talking to you.
This show portrays the conflict between the deaf and hearing culture in ways that they clash. It's almost like a gray area, somewhere in the middle of both.
He thinks you should all learn sign. He says he spent his life trying to understand you, and now he thinks you should try to understand him.
Billy?
He says this was the only way you were ever going to take any notice.
But Billy!
In American Sign Language, they have a sign for hearing people. This is hearing.
Why?
No, I think we need to try to understand.
But this is how I would be described, hearing, up here, because I think like a hearing person.
Is this about the job, Billy? I mean, are you stressed or depressed?
So physically, I am deaf, but my mindset and my thoughts come from a hearing background because I came from a hearing family.
I saw you weren't talking to anyone. Very small world. It's kind of like the court of Louis XIV.
My parents wanted to learn sign language, but I was the one that told them no. And it was because at the time I was embarrassed that it would call attention to my deafness. So it was more of wanting to be normal. And then around the time of college, I met a lot of different friends and became immersed in deaf culture and started picking up the language. So now I'm able to go back and forth between cultures.
You were all laughing about something I have to say. What? Oh, nothing. It was about a book. I'm tired of saying what all the time.
You mean you're tired of being deaf?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying.
Deafness is really a metaphor in the play for our inability to hear and be heard, or our desire to hear and be heard. If you think of the play on the sort of tribal level, right? What's the threat to the tribe, is this intruder that speaks differently, right? And that she teaches Billy a language that they don't speak. And it's profoundly threatening to them. And of course, his world opens up when he learns to sign.
I think the big theme of the play is more about communication. And where do people belong? Can people belong to two different groups? That's the name of the show, tribes.